Hello, and welcome to the Church Growth Systems podcast. Today, we're talking about something every pastor and church media team cares about: how to actually grow your church locally in a practical, real-world way. Before you assume growth only comes from big church events or better preaching, consider this. Many people in your community are already searching for a church online. The question is, are they finding yours? In this video, we're breaking down 3 key questions: what practical steps churches should be taking right now, whether a website plus Facebook and Instagram is really enough, and if people truly discover churches through Google Maps. Let's walk through this step by step so you can reach more people in your city starting this week. Help me welcome Pastor Dre to the show.
It is so good to be on the show today. Thanks for having me.
Pastor Dre, it is so good to have you on the show. The first question we have for you is, what practical things should churches be doing to grow their church locally?
What practical things should churches be doing to grow their church locally? I would say make sure you claim your Google business profile and make sure it's updated. You can get this for free. All you got to do is go to Google and type in Google Business Profile, and they'll give local businesses, churches, a profile. And this is very powerful. And what you want to do, make sure your service times are up to date, your address is on there, your phone number's on there, and photos of your church building. Make sure they're correct photos on your Google My Business, okay? Up-to-date photos. And you want to add real photos of your building, your worship team, your community, people hanging out at church. Make sure you have some real photos on there, and encourage members to leave some honest reviews on your Google profile. And there's several ways you can do this. Because when you leave a review, it tells Google that, hey, this is a good church, and they're going to rank you a little bit higher. So the way you could get some of your members to leave some reviews is you could create a QR code that links to your Google review page, and right after service, you can say, hey, if you've been blessed by this service, I want you to go ahead and scan that QR code and leave a review. You can do it in your newcomers lounge whenever you go, because some churches, they dismiss the newcomers and they go to like a newcomers lounge. You can say, man, if this service has been a blessing to you, here's a QR code that you can scan to leave us a review. So you can do it during your church announcements at any time, or you're blessed during this service. After service, we'd love for you to leave a review on Google. So you're getting people to leave reviews. You could do it in your Bible studies, your worship practice. Getting your church to leave honest reviews on Google is very powerful. Actually, this is gold. Okay? So, and here's what should be on your Google My Business profile: what to expect on Sunday, what you believe, and people where to park is a good one. Okay. So where to park when people come, and what happens with the children if I bring a child to your church. Okay. Because here's the deal. People don't visit churches they don't understand. I'm going to leave you with that one. All right.
Okay, good stuff. Here is our next question. Is a website plus Facebook plus Instagram enough?
Is a website plus Facebook plus Instagram enough? Well, it's a good start, but it's not the whole strategy. Okay. Now, here's what some of these platforms do well. Like a website is like your church home base. It's where visitors confirm details and they can plan their visit. Facebook, is pretty good. It's good for reaching members and local adults, and even events and updates, and they work well there, like events and updates. Instagram is good for like visuals and younger adult audiences, and helps show culture and community. But here's a simple takeaway I want to give you. These tools help people check you out after they hear about you. These tools help people check you out after they hear about you. What they don't do by themselves is local discovery, new people finding you, and consistent visitor flow. Why? Because most new visitors start with Google search. Most of them, okay? Most new visitors starts with Google search or Google Maps. Not Instagram first, not Facebook first. They'll go to Google and they'll type in church near me, or how to find a church, or how to find the church in their city. So In order for this to happen, you got to have a Google My Business profile and you want to have a website. You need to have a blog on your website. This is powerful because here's the deal. When you have local Google My Business, if I go to Google and I type in church near me and you're listed as a local business, guess what? Your profile is going to show up. Now, here's another powerful thing. If you have a website and it's optimized for church in whatever city you're in, your website's going to show up. If you have a blog, you can optimize each blog for different keywords. So you can do how to find a church in your city, church near me in your city, different topics that people are searching for in Google, and your blog can show up. And when they click your blog, it takes them to your website where they can get a hold of you. Okay. So remember, Google My Business profile, website, and a blog. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comment section, and I would love to assist where I can.
Wow, thank you for that. Do people really find churches through Google Maps?
Yes, yes, and yes. Many first-time visitors discover churches through Google Maps by searching church near me or how to find a church, church in whatever city, and that's on Google. And for a lot of people, Google Maps is the new church directory. Did you hear that? For a lot of people, Google Maps is the new church directory. It's how people search locally now. They go to Google, right? When someone moves to a new area, when a family decides to try church again, when someone feels prompted to visit, they really start with social media. They start with Google. They'll type in Google, church near me, Christian church in my city, Sunday service near me. And Google automatically shows map listings, reviews, photos, service info. Matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. And I'm going to show you how when I go to Google and I type in church near me, how the churches are going to show up in the Google My Business profile. Let me show you that real quick. All right, so I'm on a blank Google page, right? So I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to type in church near me. So let's go ahead and type that in. Okay, so I'm going to type in church near me. I'm going to hit enter. What Google is going to do, it's going to give me some results. These are all local businesses or churches that have claimed, check this out, their Google My Business profile. Now, here's the powerful thing. See where it says website? They have a website. If they didn't have a website, I couldn't click it and it wouldn't take me to any information about their church except what's right here. That's why it's so important to have a website. Now, here's another cool thing. See how it says directions? I can get directions to the church. Now, let me show you something powerful. For those of you that don't know, I was a missionary in Cape Town for 12 years. I overseen the website. And here, I'm going to log into our Google My Business profile. We have one for our church in Cape Town. I'm going to log into it real quick, okay? And I want to show you how powerful this is. I'm going to go to performance. Now, I'm going into the back end of our website because I used to oversee it, and I have access to it. You can see here from September 2025 to February 2026, we've had over 1,946 interactions. Now, this is just Google My Business. That's it. And it tells you each column how these interactions have taken place. So let's see how many calls we've gotten. 251 calls. How many chat clicks? Because we have a WhatsApp chat click on our business profile. 194. We don't do bookings at the church. Directions. 1,000 people, over 1,000 people have asked for directions. So you remember that little directions thing I showed you? 1,000 people have clicked that. Website clicks, if we didn't have a website, we would have missed out on 496 clicks. That's like passing out a flyer. That's like telling someone about Jesus. So Google has told 496 people about our website, given 1,000 people directions. We've had conversations with over 194 people, and Google has sent 250 calls to our church. Come on, somebody. That's why you need to have a Google My Business. Now, let me scroll down here, but you got to link it to your website. And if you don't have a website, it's like you're catching fish with no net. But let me just show you one more thing. If I scroll down, it'll tell me how people discovered you. 8,645 people. Google search, Google Maps. So does Google Maps bring people to your church? It sure can. Now look at here. Searches showed your business profile and search results. Now it even will tell you what word people typed into Google for your business profile to show up. So it's not only church near me, there's also things, Victory, Victory Outreach Rehab, churches in Cape Town. Come on, free rehab centers in Cape Town. All these keywords are causing our Google My Business to show up. And that's powerful. Now I'm going to try to put it to the test. I'm going to go here. I'm not in Cape Town, but I'm going to type it. I'm going to say free rehab in Cape Town. Let's see what it gives me. See if I can put it to the test. Free rehab in Cape Town. Well, wouldn't you know it? Victory Outreach Free Recovery Home. Victory Outreach Church of Cape Town. Website, directions. It works, fam. So, to answer your question, do people really find churches through Google Maps? Yes, yes, and yes. If your church isn't optimized on Google My Business, you may be invisible. If your church doesn't show up on the map, it doesn't exist to someone searching. You need to put your church on the map, as they say in the old school. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up with that. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop it in the comment section. If this video has given you any value, don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe. And like I said, if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section. If you don't have a website for your church, it's time to get one. If you haven't claimed your Google My Business, it's time to do so today. All you got to do is go to google.com and search Google My Business, answer some questions, and it's free. So you might want to do that today.
Wow, wow, and wow. That was some really good stuff. Well, Pastor Dre, thank you for coming on the show. And we also want to thank you all for tuning in. Once again, if this segment has been a blessing to you, don't forget to like, follow, share, and subscribe. If you haven't downloaded our free website checklist for your church, you can do so today by clicking the link in the description. We really appreciate you tuning in to the Church Growth Systems podcast, and we are looking forward to seeing you in the next one. God bless you.